Hello guys. Today let's discuss about choice route and first successful. These two come under flow control in Mule 4, and we'll have this flow control in core module. Okay, of Mule 4. Okay. Now let us discuss about the use case regarding the choice route. Okay. Now we know, right, in the normal programming we'll have if else ladder, right? So the same way uh, we have choice route in Mule 4. Okay, so you see here we have if and else if and that way and so on, like we have at last like else condition, right? That is nothing but the default. Okay, so the same way we can have multiple when conditions within the choice route. Okay, the same applicable for the choice route concept as well in Mule 4. Okay, so what I have taken in this flow, you see here, I have taken HTTP listener, okay, with port 8081, and path as choice route. Okay, and what my requirement is, like, based upon the HTTP method, I should invoke different things within this choice route. Okay, so I'm capturing that HTTP method from the attributes, okay, of Mule event. Okay, so from this thing attributes dot method. Okay, from this thing I'll be getting a response like get, put, post, or patch, this way, or some other HTTP method. Okay, and based upon that HTTP method I'm invoking this thing. So you see here I have configured htp call as get. The same way here it is post, here it is put, right, and here it is patch. So these are like, this is the if condition, and these three are like else if conditions, and the last one is else condition. Okay, so where I have kept that HTTP call other than get, put, post, and patch. Here you could see I have put something like this. We received the type of that HTTP call. Okay, so this is how I have configured in each and every logger within these when conditions. Okay, and at the last I have put something like end of the flow static statement. Okay, so this flow is up and running, or the application is up and running. Okay, now let me send the request to this application where the path is choice route, right? We have seen that already. This is choice route. Okay, now let me send the request where the HTTP call type is, or HTTP method is get. So if I click here, so you see here in the console, one moment. Yeah, you see it printed like logger one, we received a get call and end of the flow. Okay, so that means this and this got executed. Okay, now let me clear this. Okay, and I'm going to choose the HTTP method as post. Okay, click on send. Now you see here uh, the logger, it has printed with we received a post call and end of the flow. So likewise, um, you can see it for put. So click on send, the same thing you'll get, but method will be deferred this time, that is put. Okay, based upon our request. I'm clearing the console. Now go to patch, click on send. So for all the four things we have written the conditions, and we have separate loggers for that. So we received a patch call and end of the flow. This is expected till here. Okay, now clear this. Now I'm going to send one more method which is not of uh, any of these what we have sent so far, right? So I'm clicking on delete. So click on send. Now what we'll be getting as a response, see here, HTTP call other than get, put, post, and patch. So this way we can understand how choice route works. It is nothing but if else ladder in the normal programming language. So the same is applicable for the choice route concept as well in Mule 4. I hope you understood this. Now let's jump on to first successful. Okay, so let me clear the console. Okay, in the same project I have um, configured this first successful flow. So before I get into the details, let me explain the configuration what I did in this flow. So the same HTTP configuration I am using here, and the path is first successful, right? Okay, and here what I am doing, I configured a simple payload where employee ID is equal to 12345 and first name is Vijay. Okay, now this is the first successful uh, flow control, right? So inside this, you see here I am reading something from a folder. I'm reading some file content on the desktop and input folder. I'm reading a text file called vijay.txt. And after that, what I did, I just put a static logger, log from first route. So these are three routes. This is one, this is two, and this is three. So three routes, right? So I have configured a static logger here, and after that, you see here, I have put 10 by 0. Okay, I intentionally put this here. Okay, I'll let you know why. And after that, you see, I have put one more logger like end of route one. The same way here, I'm capturing the employee ID, which I configured here by using this set variable, and I'm printing that variable value here with employee ID concatenated with the employee ID value. Okay, and end of route 2 static logger. And here I have created a set variable where I'm capturing the first name that we are getting from this payload, right? And here first name I'm printing which is concatenated with its value, and you see it is the end of third route. And this is like where I put something like static logger like end of the flow. Okay, so now you see definitely, so this is something like first successful is something like where it searches for the first successful route actually. Okay, so that means here, so till here, till this read executes, it is fine. And also till the loggers execution, this loggers execution, it is fine. But when it executes or when the flow control is at this point, so we'll get an issue, right? 10 by 0, it will result into an error for surely, right? So that means it will raise an error here, and what will happen, the control will jump to this particular set variable. Okay, so that means this route got failed and the control has jumped to this set variable. Okay, now this set variable, it acquires the value from this payload by this expression, and after that we are printing the logger here, right? So it will try to execute this route and see if it is executed successfully or not. Okay, so that way the flow control will shift from one route to another route. If this route is not executing perfectly, it will go to this route. And if this is not executing successfully or perfectly, it will go to it will go to the third route, and so on. Okay, and it goes to the end of the flow. Okay, now let me show you by sending the request to that particular flow. Okay, now you see here, um, I'm sending the request to that particular flow, first successful. You see the path here is first successful, right? Yeah, first successful. Okay, now I'm sending the request to this. Okay, I'm not sending anybody along with along with the request. So clicking on send, you see in the console what happened. Log from first route got printed, that is this one. You see here, log from first route. Okay, and after that, are we able to see this loggers value in the console? No, right? If you see here, this loggers value is something like end of route 1. If you go to console, we are not able to see that, right? But we are able to see something else, that is from the second route, this one, this lane. Okay, so if you see here, we are printing the employee ID, right? So employee ID is nothing but 1 2 3 4 5, as we have seen in this payload, in this transform message. Okay, so employee ID is 1 2 3 4 5 and end of route 2. That means this, the second route got executed without any issues. Okay, this whole uh, route got executed successfully without any issues, without any errors. Okay, so that's the reason it has gone to the end of the flow, and it didn't execute this route. It did not execute the third route itself. Okay, it skipped it. Okay, so it has found the successful route for the first time, and that's it. It's enough. Like it will go to the rest of the flow execution. Okay, so for example, now I'm going to fix this issue that we have in this transform message. I'm going to put here as 10 by 1. Okay, that means we are resolving the issue what we are going to get here, right? Okay, now go to console. Let this change get deployed. Okay, it will take some time. Okay, I'm clearing the console. It got deployed, right? Started app. Okay, now clearing the console. Now I'm going to send the request. Okay, now you will see the difference in the loggers in the console. See, you see here, log from first route. Okay, it got executed, and you see this particular logger value got executed, end of route 1. If I click this, the value inside this logger is end of route 1. So it is very clear that this particular lane only got executed. If I click here, log from first route, right, log from first route, that is what we could see as the first logger value, and this is the end of route 1 and end of the flow. That means only this particular route got executed this time, because it is executing uh, it is executing this route, or resulting in success actually. Okay, so this is the first success here. Okay, so that's why the control didn't move to this route or this route. It has ignored both the routes. Okay, and the control has gone to the last logger, that is end of the flow. That is what we could see here in the last log as the last logger value. Okay, so I hope this is clear. And one more thing, for example, if any of these routes or all the routes are resulting into the issues in, okay, for example, then what will happen, this will throw the last error actually. For example, let me put this value as 0. So this route will result into error. Let me go to the logger, for example. Let me simply intentionally keep this script in a, in a wrong manner. Okay, now I am putting something here. Okay, so if you see here, let's wait till it gets deployed. Okay, now as per this, all the routes should fail, right? Here we have kept n by 0. Here uh, we made the script wrong, and here also the same thing. So if you see here, now in this case, it will show the last error, that is that it has faced actually. Okay, so if I click this, click on send, see, now it is showing the error that it has seen at first name, at this script, right, first name. So at this script, I added colon out in between. Okay, but I didn't enclose that in the double quotes. So that's why we got a script error, and that too at the third route, in the third route. Okay, so I hope this is clear, and we'll be discussing about round robin and scatter gather in our next session. Thank you so much for listening to my video. Thank you.